Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning into the channel. I've realized it's been some time since we've had a game of poker together, and so that's what we're going to do today. I will be using this deck, which is, I have the box right here, the Virtuoso Fall Winter 2017. Hopefully you can read that. It's a little scuffed. I've had this for a very long time. But these cards are designed specifically for what is called Cardistry, which in its most basic understanding is an advanced form of sleight of hand. It's a lot to do with flourishes and quick changes and cuts and stuff like that. And I've talked before on this channel about how I got into card collecting because I wanted to learn how to do a lot of the tricks I was seeing in these Cardistry videos. Unfortunately for me, however, I developed some pretty serious nerve damage in these two fingers, and it has gotten better. I can mostly use this hand, but, grip strength is still a pretty significant issue. But I developed nerve damage in these two fingers. I'm not entirely sure what it was that triggered it. The doctor didn't really have a clue either. Some sort of maybe sports injury or something was the leading candidate, because, again, I played a lot of sports. So that might have been what did it. But, yeah, I have damage in these two fingers, so I can't do any of those tricks anymore. There was one specifically I really wanted to learn. I think it's called an accordion, where you take the deck and you're basically, extending it like an accordion. The cards are flying together. It looks so sick. I wanted to learn that one really bad. But alas, I have been cursed. So these cards, they slide very well. I don't know what kind of coating they've got on them, but they're meant to basically be abused. So they slide really nicely. They've got this nice geometric shape to them, and they look very cool when you do something like that. And that's about as far as I can go with any cardistry stuff these days. So we'll just put these back in order, and then we'll shuffle a little bit. Again, I have to scuffle, or scuffed shuffle. So bear with me. It's just what it is. This is what is easiest for me. So we'll call that good. I'll give myself a card. I'll give you a card. I'll give myself a card. And I'll give you a card. And I'll set these here for now. Set these over here and take my cards for a quick glance. Okay. Move these over here. I'm going to show you your cards now. I promise I'm not looking, despite the fact that you are completely incapable of proving me wrong. So these are your cards. I hope you've gotten a nice, good look at them. I hope you remember what they look like, because now they are folded over. We're going to set them over here. So let's begin. The Four of Hearts, a Nine of Clubs, a Nine of Hearts, a Queen of Diamonds, and a Ten of Spades. Went a little fast there, but, it's my first time back, so bear with me. Now, I want you to take a look at these cards and tell me, how do you feel about your odds? Do you think you have a good hand here? Okay? I'm not going to ask you to bet, okay? That's not what I do. But this is all for fun and games, so let's start. With mine, I have a queen and a 9. Unfortunately for you, it's not looking good. I'll say that. It's full house for me, so let's see, what do you have? Jack 7. Unfortunately for you, I have taken this round. And, I think a game to 5, I think, is a good go. right? So let's play best of. Well, not best of, but first to 5, right? So that's 1-0 me. We'll give these a nice little shake up, a move around, if you will. And let's do one more. Alright, very nice. So, we'll do 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, and 1 for me. Set yours over here. Okay, I've looked at mine. These are yours. Remember these cards, take a nice long look, okay? Have you memorized them? There will be a test later. All right, excellent. Set this back over there for now. Let's take a look. 9 of clubs. 10 of hearts. And the 8 of diamonds. Looks there's a straight being built here, so that is something to watch out for. The next card is a Jack of diamonds. Definitely a straight being built. So if you have a queen or a 7, you're in good hands. Finally. Oh, another 9. This time the 9 of diamonds. So I'll start, of course, with mine. I have a 10 and a 2, which gives me a pair of 10s. Not bad, but could be much better. You have a 10 and a 5, so that means we've both got 2 pairs here. Don't think there's anything else that separates the 2 of us. So unfortunately, I believe, if I'm seeing this correctly, that means we have tied. So no victory for either of us. I believe that's called a push if we were gambling, but as we are not, we are simply going to just make one final note. All right, and we're going to move on. And you know what, I'll just put these somewhere in the middle. I think that's a better. Come on now. I was just talking about how well these things slide together, but we'll just get these shuffled or scuffled, as you know, is appropriate. Just like that. Again. For you, for me, for you, for me. I'm going to take a look at mine. Okay. Yours are as follows. Just like this. Take a good long look at whatever these cards are. Memorize them. Keep them in your head. Very good. Fold those over. And we'll go again. A 10 of clubs. Oh God. Ace of hearts. 4 of clubs. How do you feel about your hand? Is something materializing here? Let's find out if this will change anything. A 9 of spades. Okay. We've seen a lot of 9 today. Let's see what the final card has in store for us. A Queen of spades. Okay. Don't really see anything specifically materializing. So let's go right to the reveal. I have a 4 and a 3. Of course, that's only 3 spades. If I had 5 spades, I would have a flush. But unfortunately, I do not. You have, an ace and a 7. That means you have the higher pair, which means you are victorious. Congratulations. That is now a tie game, 1-all. And we will go again. I'll just stick those in the middle of the deck, and then move a bunch of bits and pieces. Just like this. Alright, I think that's well shuffled. At least the best of my ability. A card for me, a card for you, a card for me, and a card for you. Okay. And yours are... oh god. Just like this. There you are. Take a good long look. Okay? Memorize them. Keep them memorized. And we will go again with a 4 of spades, an ace of clubs, oh god, and a 6 of hearts. Getting some new faces now. New faces. How do you feel about these 3 cards? Is anything materializing for you? Anything? Alright. Perhaps it all changes with the 10 of hearts. It's now 2 hearts. You love to see that if you have hearts, of course, which of course I have no idea if you have any hearts in your pile. The 8 of clubs is now on the board, which means there will be no straight today for either of us. I'm not really seeing. There's a 4, 6, and an 8, so I guess if you have a 5 and a 7, you would get flush is same suit. Straight is numerical order, so a straight is actually possible. Let's find out. I have a 5 and a queen. Nothing going for me. And you have a jack and a 3. Nothing going for either of us, and doesn't really feel right to play for high cards, so I'm just gonna say nobody won. And it's still a tie game at 1-all. I think there are some casinos that operate that way where you're not playing just for the high card. You have to get a pair at least, but I don't know because, again, I don't gamble. So, you can be upset about that if you want to, if those are the rules that you play by, but considering that in this instance I operate essentially as an omniscient god and dictate the rules of this game, my rules dictate that no man shall win with a high card alone. So, that is the rule, that is the precedent I'm going to be setting well in our way into the video, well after it started, because I said so, and that's just how it is. Anyways, let's begin another round. For me, for you, for me, and for you. And your cards. Just like that. Excellent. Memorize them. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. Let's go for a king of hearts. A jack of hearts. Interesting. Will the queen enter the court? No, but it is a 10, okay? So looking for a straight there if you can get a queen. And an ace and a queen, or a queen and a 9 would be excellent. A jack again. So that's a pair of jacks. And jacks. So if you have a queen in this hand, automatically I think you win. Or an ace, a king, a 10, anything like that. Well, I'll be dipped. Would you look at that? Let's go over what this means. Ace, king, queen, jack, 10. You have a pair of 10s just to rub it in my face a little bit, but that, I believe, is a straight 5 cards in numerical order. So, congratulations, you now have a 2-1 lead. What a turn of events for you to have it laid out like that. Of course, you would have won anyway had you only had the 10. Alright, I think that's well and good. 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you. Alright, you have these cards. I have no idea what they are. I am not looking. Okay, memorize them. Alright. A jack of diamonds, an ace of hearts, and an 8 of clubs are the first 3 cards to come out of the deck. How are you feeling about these cards? Good, bad, horribly terrified? These are all reasonable reactions. The next card is 4 of diamonds. And the final card, a 4 of clubs. So we each share a pair of 4s. I have in my hand a 2 and a 3. Unfortunate. You have a 6 and a 9. Well, looks like it's another tie. And again, no one man shall win on the high card alone. So, sharing a pair of 4s, nothing else has materialized. Unfortunate. But we'll simply go again. Again, the score is 2-1 in your favor. I aim to even the odds in this next go. But of course, fate is very fickle. A very fickle thing is fate. You should never toy with it, for it holds a grudge. Or at least I've been told. Now you may be wondering who told me that. Well, that is a top secret, classified information. But let it be known that I have contacts out there that have told me very explicitly that you should not tamper with the law of fate. So we're gonna go 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, and 1 for me. I'm going to take a look at my cards. And now I'm going to show you yours. Fate has decided these are your cards. What are they? I don't know. I am not even allowing my intuition to tell me what these cards are. I am simply blind to whatever it is that you might have in your hand, as it should be. Now let's see. We are given a king of spades, a 7 of spades, and a 9 of clubs. How do you feel about these cards? Perhaps this will change your mind. A 4 4 of spades. Okay, interesting. A lot of spades being put into the pool. The final card is, oh goodness, a 2 of clubs. So if you have 2 spades, that will be quite good for you. If I have 2 spades, it will be quite good for me. I have 2 spades, but you have 2 sixes. So you have a pair of sixes. Nothing really else. I have a flush, as you can see. 10 of spades, queen of spades, 7 of spades, 4 of spades, king of spades, 5 spades. The game is now tied at 2 apiece. So, no clear runaway yet. Just shuffle these into the center again, just like that, and then we'll get through the deck. One more time. Just like that. Alright. One for me, one for you, one for me, one for you. You have these 2 cards. I don't even know where they are in the frame. You know, they could be low, they could be high. Don't know, but these are your cards. Keep those in mind. Okay. Queen of clubs. Ace of spades. First time we've seen that bad boy. That is a very nice spade, I think. Look at it. It's very geometric, very diagonal, you might say. And, excuse me a moment. A 6 of diamonds. The next card, the Queen of Diamonds. I think that's her first appearance as well. And finally, a 6 of clubs. So we've got a pair of queens and a pair of sixes. If either of us have a queen or a 6, that would be a full house. So let's find out. I have a 3 and a 9. So I have nothing, essentially. They are both clubs, but only 2 clubs are in play. You have a 10 and a 4, so unfortunately it looks like we have tied again. That is what happens sometimes. So we will go for another round. Again, the score is 2-2. Getting to 5 might be a bit more difficult than I anticipated with the no high card rule, but, you know, makes it more interesting. So nice. Go. Alright. I think those are well shuffled. We'll go back to 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me. And you have these cards. Again, I have no idea where I'm at in the frame. I have my eyes closed. I promise you. No idea what these are. Okay, ready? Alright. The first card, Queen of Hearts. The second, Ace of Diamonds. The third, 4 of Hearts. Let me just move those a little bit. Move my cards down here. Nothing really. I mean, we've got 2 hearts, but that's about it. We have a 7 of spades. And the final card is 7 and a 2, so that means I have a pair of 7s. You have, well, nothing. So that is a victory for me. I take the lead again, 3-2. And we'll give this a quick shuffle, as usual. And I think one more will do it. Alright, just like that. We'll do one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me. Okay, you have, these are your cards. They're doing a little dance. Look at them. They're jiggling. Look at them go. Alright, that's enough of that. No dancing in my casino. Alright. Ace of Hearts. I feel like we've seen that guy a lot today, but that is what it is. Next, 5 of Spades. And thirdly, the King of Clubs. The King of Clubs. Alright, how do you feel given these cards? Do you feel confident? What about the 9 of Spades? Another card I think we've seen a lot today. And finally, the Queen of Diamonds making her second appearance. Okay, nothing really. I mean, Ace, King, Queen. If you have a Jack and a 10, that's good for you. Of course, you can always get a pair, but let's find out what we both have. Okay, you have an 8 and a 7. I have a Jack and a 4. So that's well, to kindly put it, jack shit. Of course, you have a 9, 8, 7. If only there was a 6 to go with that 5. But alas, the score remains 3-2, my favor. You know, mathematically speaking, when you have a deck of cards, every time you shuffle a deck of cards, it is a new orientation that has never been seen before. Because a deck of cards is 52 factorial. And I may not have been the best math student, but factorials I think were quite easy. But it essentially means that there are 52 positions in a deck of card, and each of them can be taken up by a different card. So the number of permutations in a deck of cards is a number so large, it is more atoms than there are in the observable universe. Which is absurd to think about. At least I think it's true. I don't know, Vsauce did a video about it in like 2016 or something. And it was a very interesting video just talking about how, you go around the world, and then every time you go around the world, you take a drop out of the ocean and put a piece of paper at the bottom of the ocean, and you just do it so much, and you still wouldn't get through it. But it's a very interesting video, if I could remember much more about it. One for me, one for you, one for me, one for you. Down they go. Okay. Your cards are as follows. Now, I am hoping to get some Pokemon cards here soon for a new Pokemon opening video, so we'll see if that materializes. But as it so happens, I am broke at the moment, but it is what it is. 10 of Spades, 9 of Diamonds, King of Clubs. clubs. We've seen him before. The king of clubs returns. The fourth card, three of spades. And the final card is the king of spades. Two kings. Not a lot of, there's also three spades, so that's something to look for. Let's take a look. I have an ace and a king. You have a 10 and a 2. You have a pair of 10s. Unfortunately, I have 3 of a kind, which trumps your pair of 10s. Unfortunate for you, but that now makes it 4-2 my favor. So you are now in a position where you have to hope the next couple hands go in your favor. I am on the brink of victory, my friend. Just one more. There we go. Excellent. Alright, let's do one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you, and put this back here. Okay. And your cards are as follows. Okay. These are your cards. Memorize them. Good. Alright, let's see how this hand falls. 4 of hearts. 6 of clubs. 4 of spades. Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel? Jack of clubs. And finally, the 7 of diamonds. Okay, these are the 5 cards. Now, you need to remember that I am up 4-2. We are playing to 5. If I have anything that can build with this, this is where it ends, my friend. But let's find out. I have a queen and a 5. You survive another day. You have a jack and a 6. Congratulations. You have a 2 pair. It is now 4-3 my favor, but very excellently well played by you, my friend. Of course, all of it was luck, but that's just how it is, considering we are not betting, and there is no chance for me to tap out. It is all about favor and fortune. Perhaps fortune will favor you. Perhaps it will favor me. Hard to say at this point. But let's find out. 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you. Oh dear, I dropped it. Hang on. All is well. I've retrieved my lost card. Yours are the following. Much like this. Okay, memorize those. A 3 of spades. A 2 of clubs. And a 3 of clubs. Okay. How do you feel about this turn? Just take a look. The king of clubs makes his 3rd appearance. And finally, oh goodness, a 4 of spades. If you have some clubs, that'd be very good for you. perhaps that is an omen. An omen of my lead diminishing. But I will not speak it into existence. I feel confident in my ability to win this game. So, one for you, one for me, one for you, and one for me. Place this here. Okay, your cards. Again, I swear, no idea what you have here. You could have anything. This could be, I'm gonna call it, right? I have my eyes closed, promise you. No idea what I'm looking at, because I'm not looking. But I'm gonna test my intuition. I'm gonna say that this over here is a black 7 in this hand. And I'm gonna say that this over here is a red jack. Those are my picks, okay? We'll see. We'll put those over here. Let's see, will this be the deciding hand? 4 of hearts. 9 of diamonds. 7 of diamonds. Okay, we've got 2 diamonds in play. Next we have a 2 of clubs and a 3 of clubs. Okay, 2, 3, 4. 5 and a 6 would do wonders. Let's see what you have. You have a black queen and a black 8, which is nowhere near what I predicted. I have a 10 and a king, so again, nothing for either of us there. We'll keep going. We will keep going until one of us wins. 5 was maybe ambitious, but, it is what it is. Sounds like my neighbor is home. One for me. One for you. One for me. One for you. And your cards are... Memorize these. There you go. Well done. Okay. Put those there. We have 10 of clubs. 2 of diamonds. King of hearts. How do you feel about this hand? Anything? Let's see. How does it change? With a 3 of hearts in play. And finally, a queen of hearts. 3 hearts on the board. Let's take a look. You have a 3 and a 6. I have a 7 and an 8. So that means you get a pair of 3s, and suddenly it's everything else has evaporated. It is now a best of 1 game. It all comes down to who wins the next hand. How exciting. Perhaps this next hand will be the one that decides it. One more. There we go. Okay. 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me. You have these as your cards. Remember ace of diamonds. Wouldn't it be hilarious if that ended up being